Greetings, life forms. My name is S.I.L.A.S. That's Steampowered, Intellectual, Logical, Automatonic, Surveyor. And today, we are here to talk about religion. Some would claim that it's worthless. It serves no purpose in society. And I, to a certain extent, disagree. But that being said, I have defined what I do indeed believe, which is quite simple, and I'm probably going to mention it every so often in my videos. I simply do not know. In this crazy universe, there actually could be a creator. But I don't believe that there is. But I will never say that they do not exist, because I do not know. And if I do say that no gods exist, it's probably for comedy or rather an attempt thereof, or simply because I lean closer to the negative side, and simply come closer to believe that one doesn't exist, simply due to a lack of proof. That being said, and I've said this already, I am not a genius by any means. I may be a smartass, but I'm not that smart. I don't even entirely know how this magic device I'm recording this on works, let alone the complexities of evolutionary science or anything pertaining to it. Not that that really has any impact on whether it is a creator or not. But, anyway, regardless of any big words I may use, I don't really have much knowledge on a lot of things. And I don't need to, because I do know this. No evidence has been presented to me, or really anybody else, I'm sure. Nothing real, but that being said, that's not the point. We are here to talk about the purpose of religion. And I doubt many will deny that religion did used to serve a purpose. Even in my world it did. But, yeah, that's a fun story. Anyone who's watched my introduction video will understand what I mean by that. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But, back to the point. Religion did indeed serve a purpose. But is there any use for it in the modern day? Well, let me explain why I say that it did used to serve a purpose first, just to see where we stand. Religion is a curious thing. Some would call it the hardest cockroach to squash. Well, at least I think someone has said that. You know what? No more explaining in my expressions or exaggerations. It takes way too long. But there are still some who always have and always will swear by religion. Going all the way back to the beginning of proto-religion would take way too much time, and would probably pretty much be impossible, as much of it has been lost to time, either from genocide, lack of written record, both, or whatever other reason. Hell, even much of a relatively modern and recent belief system, the Old Norse religion, and its history is lost. And who's to say that what we do know is even entirely accurate? Much of it has probably been, let's say, put through a filter. Not that I will name any names, but in all seriousness, corruption or adaptation is a topic for another day. Just understand that sometimes things can be changed. I mean, just wait till I start researching your annual celebrations, and they are changes made by the church. I know. Get to the point, but a bit of background I felt was necessary. As was the jab with the Jewish Arab zombie worshippers and their changes to religions and beliefs. But, seriously, religion has always held power over the people of the world, regardless of whether that power is a good thing or not. I mean, think about it. The Egyptians used to believe their pharaoh was literally the embodiment of their god. Or one of their gods, anyway. A god in human form, as it were. You know, that actually kind of sounds familiar. I mean, even had their own special tombs. Although I don't think any pharaohs ever raised the dead or any other stuff like that. Well, they may have came back to life and then been like, fuck, I'm trapped in here. Oh well, at least I have my shit. And then died again from old age or something. Hell, they even both controlled a nation. Speaking of Rome, religion definitely was important there, although it wasn't always Christian, mind you. And don't even get me started about the hold Islam has over the Middle East. Seriously, I don't really know all too much about Islam, but, I mean, really, I'm sure none would deny it, even with knowledge like mine, which basically just means the Quran reloaded and the extremists, let's say. But since Islam's creation, it really has held a tight grip on how followers, as well as the infidels, act and are treated in the Middle East, as well as, of course, in other places. Every religion influences how its followers act. Even the exact opposite of religion, that being atheism, can impact how you act, as well as how other people act towards you. I mean, it could cause people to throw you out of their house for not believing in a magical sky daddy or something like that. But, that's not exactly the point. But, I know, you get it. You already know the impact religion, or the lack thereof, of course, has around the world, both past and present. But that doesn't exactly answer the big question. Why the hell does religion still need to exist? What is its purpose? Well, to put it simply, it doesn't need to exist. There. Video over. Go away. Or stick around if you want me to explain. If you'll please give me the chance. I'm sure there's a strong believer in religion watching this, and you probably really want a explanation. And I hope you're willing to listen to mine. Religion doesn't need to exist. That's the key word. Need. Especially not anymore. Once upon a time, it filled the gap science couldn't, and it still does. Sometimes it makes more. But we don't need those holes filled. They can stay free of your religious answer sperm. We don't need to know everything as much as we would want to. And we might not ever know everything. And when we do, that'll be quite the sad day. I mean, science comes to a halt at that point. Doesn't that just seem weird? But even religion doesn't give all the answers unless you use the same answer again and again. That being, God done did it! But for many, that's unacceptable as an answer, such as myself. And you humans, you always want to know more, or at least want to think that you know. But that's what science is for. We don't need religion to hold our hand, calming us down from not knowing, and telling us it's okay. We do know. God did it, of course. Now I know, I've already made at least one person mad. As implying that at least one person's watching this video. And at least one person has probably already thought of this. Well, the non-existent people I say are watching these videos. I didn't entirely answer the damn question, did I? I just keep getting sidetracked. All I said was we didn't need religion, which we all know this. But I digress. Of course, science could prove that a deity does in fact exist, as unlikely as that sounds to me. But that's not why I say we don't need it. Religion still does serve a purpose, though. It does still calm those that it can, and that's okay. They can believe that if they wish. You can pray for me, I can think for you. Sorry, I saw that on a shirt. Anyway, I will even talk to you about religion. I do love religion, honestly. I think it's fucking hilarious and very interesting. That being said, if you don't want to have a real discussion and just want to insult me saying I'm an idiot, or some devil worshipper, or Richard Dawkins worshipper, which you think is the devil, so whatever. I won't do the same to you if you don't do that to me. I will not call you a Richard Cranium, or mention that you should commit sodomy with a cactus, or take a long walk off a short cliff so you can prove to yourself that you're right. But not only that, not only does its purpose lie in giving answers, or at least trying to, it also gives something else. It gives some other people purpose. Its purpose is to give people purpose, along with hope and happiness. Now hold it. I did not say, nor did I mean that you need religion for those things. Except maybe a purpose. I mean, you can kind of make that whatever you want, though. We live when we die. You can say our purpose is to learn all we can, to improve the lives of ourselves as well as others. Your so-called purpose can be whatever you want it to be. But okay, enough hippie philosophy. In all seriousness, we really don't have much of an impact on the so-called grand scheme of things. And I hope we never do. It would be arrogant to say we do now. I mean, the universe is huge and we are a tiny speck. And I meant Earth as a whole. You, tiny little you, aren't even comparable. But there are those who don't want to accept this. They want a purpose. They want to feel important. They are for some reason the chosen people. Although for that matter, I still want to know the purpose of the other planets. I mean, I don't even think they're mentioned in some holy texts. I think they kind of are in the Bible. I mean, But that's another video for another day. Again, I know, lots of videos to make, so little time, but I'll get to them. Anyway, to them, religion gives them what they desire. Desire. The knowledge and purpose they feel like they need or want, as they live to be good enough for God's nightclub of heaven, or some for Satan's frickin' brothel in hell. No, not all Satanists actually believe in Satan. Fuck off with that shit. But, like I said, it gives people hope, and it truly can help people who are down on their life. That's why many prisoners convert. Also, perhaps to shut their cellmate up, or make him happy so he doesn't shank you, or possibly shank you in your butt with his meat shank. But still, it does reaffirm some people's will to live, and that's good, I guess. And there are some good lessons that are taught by religion, from the Buddhist teachings of inner peace and self-awareness. Or at least I think that's what they believe. Yeah, they believe Voltron created the Earth for all I know. Or even the Christian teachings of women shutting the fuck up in church and fucking obeying their damn husbands. And that a god made himself to be born by making his mother pregnant so he could die for the concept of sin he created so people don't have to go to the evil place he created. But in all seriousness, there are some good things that come from religion. Not to mention the countless important scientific discoveries made by religious people trying to prove their god exists, and possibly losing faith in said god because they come to see that it doesn't need to exist. But that's not the point. So to sum it up, does religion really have a purpose? Of course it does. But does it need to exist? No, not really. I mean, the ancient Greek religion is pretty fucking cool and all, and quite messed up if you really pay attention. But if we consider that mythology, and therefore probably not true, shouldn't all religions pretty much be going down the same boat down the river Styx? Seriously. S.I.L.A.S. powering down.